start. Some of the reforms brought about positive changes. Unfortunately, the measures taken to free the economy were not matched by checks and balances, and we have paid a price for those lapses. Also, the liberalization process suffered from inadequate attention to the eradication of unemployment and too many critical issues in the social sector such as healthcare, education, and housing. Importantly, it failed to give a momentum to infrastructure development, which is now choking growth. In our view, the reasons lie in the failure of the government to effectively address the core concerns of the Indian industry. They lie in the failure of the Indian industry to appreciate the core concerns of the government. They also lie in the failure of both the government and the industry to convince the common man that he too has a stake, a vital stake in the reforms process. That is why during the election campaign, I repeatedly stressed that India urgently needs to reform the reforms process. To explain what we mean by this, let me first enumerate what I think are the three main complaints of the industry against the government. The three main complaints of the government against the industry, and also the three main complaints of the common man against both the government and the industry. The three chief complaints of the industry against the government are: 1. Industry thinks the government is the root cause of avoidable delays owing to excessive controls. Even after 7 years of reforms, a typical industrialist is forced to spend considerable time in management of the government than in management of his own business. 2. Industry complains that the government takes too much but provides too little, and that too haphazardly. 3. The government is in all those areas of business in which it had no business to be there in the first place. Now let us look at the three chief complaints of the government against the industry. 1. Government feels that the industry does not share its social objectives. 2. The industry wants the government to govern well. We need to reform the industry. Broadly speaking, every industry and industrialist is entitled to grow to their fullest potential, but without recourse to unethical practices or evasions of dues to the state. We need to also reform the mentality of the common citizen. He must realize the imperatives of hard work, quality work, and discipline. Responsible citizenry demands no less, and barring those who belong to the weaker sections of the society and hence deserve all the support of affirmative action that we can render unto them, the others should being to respect the laws which fashion and govern a sound economy, which means they must pay for what they use. And yes, they must also get what they pay for. In short, the nation as a whole needs to reform itself in order to be able to effectively face the new challenges and seize the new opportunities of the 21st century. Stop.